they buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Now I'm baptized in blue.
Welcome to the Officer Autumn podcast, the only podcast designed specifically for female cops in mind. I hope you enjoy this podcast episode. If you love the music, go check out One Time Music. He's a fellow Leo. You can check him out in the show notes. And his full song, Baptized in Blue, is at the end of this episode. So today I want to talk to you about academy stuff. We're gonna really start getting into an academy series here because I have a lot of women that are asking me about that. So I'm going to be dropping in some information about getting into the academy and going through it and surviving it. I want you to know that as I continue to drop these daily drops, which I love doing for you, just know that I'm not always home. So like right now I'm in my car. So the audio is probably not going to be as great as it is when I'm home, but bear with me. This is the best way for me to be able to give you everything I can possibly give you and you to be able to receive it. And I just can't always be sitting on my ass. It's not who I am. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, so let's talk about the academy, okay? So one of the biggest, scariest things for everybody really is to go into the academy. Unless you're prior military, then you know the academy is a joke, especially if you're like a Marine or in the Army. So what is it like? Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about that because it's different for everybody. It's completely different. Like I went to an 18-week live-in academy. And I loved it. I really did. There was 3 phases and I just loved my academy. That is where I met my husband, but no, we did not start dating for a month after the academy ended because there was very strict rules. You were not to date or fuck around. Now, let's not all kid ourselves. Lots of fucking people break that rule, but that's not something that I wasn't even in the vicinity of that at all. For me and it's me giving you advice right now as your big sister. Don't do that. And it's gonna be hard as a woman. Like we're already, like, you've heard me say this, we make up only 12% of law enforcement. Okay, so when a woman comes in, doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter anything, men are like, ooh, look at her. And in the academy, if you are in a live-in academy, just remember you're with them for extended periods of time. And like you and a handful of other women or less, right? Or a little bit more, like that's it. Like, so you guys are going to get a ton of attention. And if you have a bubbly personality like I do, it makes it a little worse. It makes it a lot worse if I'm just really honest. And, but as long as you set boundaries like we've discussed, and going in, you have to know going in the things that I'm telling you. Nobody shared this shit with me. I mean, everyone was like, oh, work out, be prepared to get yelled at, be prepared to get smoked. Like, I was like, that I was all fully prepared for, and I can prepare you for that as well. But what I was not prepared for was just 24/7 fucking like guys hitting on me and flirting with me and me trying to figure out how to like not handle it but like squash it professionally. And then also like just being real, like it is flattering, okay? Like, and honestly, I'm probably one of the only motherfuckers who are going to just be so honest with you about it, and like we're just going to have real conversation. I mean, let's not fucking kid ourselves. It is nice to receive male attention or from attention from the sex that you're interested in. Let's just put it that way, right? And it is nice to feel like you are one of the guys. And in the beginning, when guys are giving you attention and they're busting your balls and this and that, you feel like one of the guys, right? And then eventually, if you are not careful and if the guy giving you the attention or guys, they are disrespectful or they have other intentions other than just being friends with you, wanting like to be like brother or sister kind of thing, then there's lines that gets overstepped. And I'm just going to say this. It's not just the guys. Like, I've saw a lot of fucking women just being kind of crazy in my academy, just really in your face, like flirtatious. We see that at our police departments. It's not a way to be, okay? Sleeping with your whoever's to get ahead is just not going to work. It might work initially. Like, you may get a sergeant position, you may go get a detective position because, you're sucking whoever off. But what I want you to know is that's very, very temporary, and that's not going to last forever. And the fucking toxicity you are creating inside that culture is literally disgusting. It's disgusting. And you need to, this is the thing. You or whoever this person is that's doing that, sleeping around to get ahead. And this includes the academy. This happens in the academy for fucking damn sure. Okay, P.S. Does anybody take a look at the fucking gas prices lately? I'm driving by a fucking gas station. It's literally $4.30 here. Like, what? Thank you, Joe Biden. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, people, obviously, they do sleep. I mean, I've seen a lot of officers, unfortunately, sleep with their cadre. And I've heard about it. We've seen it, this and that. Doesn't end well. Just going to be honest. Once in a blue moon, it'll end well. So I'm sure there's going to be somebody on here that says, oh, well, I didn't, ended up fine. It tends to be the vibe. When I say something, one person always has to come and be like, no, I didn't, it's fine. It's like, yeah, well, you're fucking rare. Number one. Number two, what the fuck is your reputation? Honest. If people found out about it, I would not respect you. I wouldn't. I'm just not gonna lie. Now, you want to hook up like after the academy or whatever, and you guys, whatever. But while in the academy, I have no respect for that. Because listen, we're already underestimated. Everybody looks at a woman as a sex symbol. And so if we're just giving them that satisfaction of, yeah, we do fuck, like, yeah, hey, we do fucking hang out, like, we do suck this guy off and blah, blah, blah. Like, why would we want to even give them the satisfaction of that? And I really want you to be thinking about that. And the other thing is, too, is I really want you to reflect, okay? I really want you to do some self-reflection. So you're not going to be able to listen to me and get to know me without knowing that I am a coach. Like, I'm a coach first. I've been coaching for 8 years. That's why I'm able to do what I do, and I yield really good results. Just anybody can get on here and give everybody advice, any officer. But the difference is I'm going to coach you, and I'm going to walk you through your bullshit, okay? I'm not just going to tell you. I'm going to walk you through some stuff. So for this particular situation, if you find yourself, and just be real. First off, self-awareness is everything. So if you find yourself consistently doing things inappropriately because you want attention, you want to feel whatever, right? You want to feel loved, you want to feel like this, you are the cat's meow, like whatever, like you want to fit in, but maybe like I really don't know the reasons. I mean, you want to get ahead. The question that you need to pose yourself is like, why can't you get ahead just by doing all of the things that I've been teaching you? Looking squared away, acting fucking squared away, knowing your job, doing really good at this job. Like, why can't you get ahead doing that? And like, that's a huge question. And if you're struggling with that, ask yourself why the fuck you're in the job. True. And this isn't just for fucking females, but yet what happens is we do tend to see women come into this job and it appears that they're just looking for a husband. Now, there's nothing wrong with just looking for a husband. Okay? But this job it will take your life, right? Quickly. And in a lot of different fucking ways. Okay? It's not just like you getting killed on the job. I mean, this job is so all encompassing. It will suck your soul from you. Before you fucking know it, you are depressed. You are not yourself. You are this and you are that. And you fucking feel like shit. And you are not happy. And what? All to find some fucking alpha guy? No. Right? Let me save you the trouble. Fuck all that. I'm telling you right now. And you got to understand this. If you are that girl who's like really looking for the husband, you don't want these guys. I'm just being real, man. Like, I found a gem. There are women who find gems. Is not all cops are bad. I'm just going to tell you that. There's a lot of really good ones out there, but there's a lot of pigs. Literal, like, just want that all they do is think about sex, and all they do is, you know, look at women for that one reason and all these things. So, you know, you don't want that. I mean, unless you do, but I'm thinking that if you're here with me and you've made it this far in this episode, you probably don't want that. You're probably a lot like me. If you want a husband or a wife, but you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want someone to fucking hold you down. You don't need fuckboy status. You know, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe you do need fuckboy status. And if that's the case, you're in the fucking perfect career, but you will get a shitty reputation if all you do is fuck. I want to just say that too. Like, if all you do is fuck, but you don't actually produce on the road, then it's bad. Like, really, really bad for you. And then this really comes to, you know, my next point that I want to make about training, and this is a whole other podcast because I'm going to go circle back around to the academy shit. But if you are not consistently training and making yourself better, and it's not just like police training, I want you to do that. Street cop training, I'm obviously now affiliated with them. I'm the first female instructor, which is female cop instructor, because I think that I know that they are taking on another woman. I think she's a therapist though, which is badass. But so I have to continue to like fucking not step on my dick, right, when I say that. So female cop instructor, they produce, honestly, some of the absolute best fucking training. And I highly suggest you take their classes. I want you to know that. A huge advocate for them. I don't know if you know this, but I went on my own and last week, and I sat through a proactive police patrol training. I'm not even on the fucking road anymore, but it doesn't matter. You know, I needed to go. I wanted to be around it, and that fucking class was excellent. It was fucking top notch. Dennis taught it, which is the owner and the CEO. I've made a whole podcast about it. It was great. Here's the thing, you guys. You're going to want to continuously sharpen your knife, right? You want to continuously have the slight edge around everyone around you. Okay? And that is going to mean that you are going to need to invest in yourself, because your agency's not always going to pay for the training. That's one thing that I'm just going to throw out there. Just because your agency's not going to pay for it doesn't mean you shouldn't be fucking doing it. I'm going to make a TikTok on that. It's fucking huge. Huge. You know, and listening to this content, and, you know, I have a lot of courses. I have a lot of trainings. I have good things for your head, because your head is, you gotta keep that straight. Okay. And, if you don't, this job will fucking take you out. It just will. So getting back to the academy, now that we know fucking we're not going to sleep with everybody, I want you to really be prepared for you to have so much attention that you don't even know what to do with it. That's the reality of this. And that's the reality of what can happen, and oftentimes what does happen for women. Okay. So that is the first step I want you to really be focused on when it comes to you getting into the academy and going there. I know you're like, that's it, but it's like, no, this is everything, because from this place, once you get okay with yourself, you know why you're getting into this job. You start looking in the mirror about, you know, your own insecurities and your own wants and desires. We all want to be loved, and we all want to be accepted. It's a basic human fucking need. Okay. It's right on Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. Like, that is true. We're not going to skip that. You are not wrong for wanting that. You are not wrong for wanting to feel, you know, good, pretty, attractive, all these things. But you have to ask yourself, like, okay, wait a minute. Can I get that from myself without having to get it from people outside of me? And the reason that's important, okay, is because when you go to the academy, you're going to get so much attention, like I said, that you could get swept off your feet. You could start the academy can become much more of a social life for you than actually learning the job you're going to get out of the academy. You're going to be a soup sandwich. You're going to fuck up on FTO, or, you know, you don't want that. And then also remember that in the academy, your reputation starts. It begins right there. Day one, moment one. So there's really no room for you to fuck up. Like, just so we're clear. People think that, when you go to the academy, what goes on the academy stays at the academy, maybe similar to boot camp, but fuck no. Just so you know, all your cadre have friends and they're talking to all of their friends about you and about it. And that is literally how it goes. That's just how it goes. So you need to know that and be prepared ahead of time. I hope that this was helpful. I have a free academy checklist in the show notes. You can go grab that. And we have other, I have other trainings if that's something that you are interested in. I have a 5-day Become Street Ready challenge. It's designed for women to help you with your command presence and confidence. It's easily the best training on that on command presence that you're ever going to have for $27. You can get that in the show notes. If you guys have questions, let me know. We're going to be doing a live Q&A. I'm going to be starting that once or twice a week on Instagram and TikTok. So if you're not following me on both of those platforms, you should be at Officer Autumn. And I will see you next time.
They buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Now I'm baptized in blue. I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. They buried me in the water in the Holy Ghost. I came out with a badge and gun and a heart that said never run. I signed up for a job you wouldn't dare to do. This ain't no green screen movie, don't compare the two. We look at your actions in the elements and everything relevant. If they line up, prepare to pay the consequence. You do dirt, you get cussed, no bluff. It's ignorant to think we will shoot with your hands up if you the police. You feel the world is against you, like every call you go to, people trying to tempt you. Well, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. I ride on the devil, I ain't scary, and I ain't worried. You want my life, come take it, it's gonna be a fight. I take you to the light, like Will and Bright. I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I can't explain the pain when I see a name on the wall. All I feel is rage, put me in a cage, let me brawl. Sometimes I can't help but cry, like why did he die? I know it was him, but it could have been I. What about the kids? What about the spouse? Yeah, now who gon' put food inside them babies' mouth? It's a bigger picture when the officer down. Domino effect, Blue Nation, family, country, and town. The media don't cover us. Well, maybe Fox, cause MSNBC and CNN surely don't care about cops. Politicians more concerned about protecting the legal instead of laying the law down and protecting the people. Let me get off my soapbox before I curse. I don't seen way too many cops riding in hearse. Well, I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. If I'm faced with a mission, I'm gonna complete it. If that means being deleted, I live with the credence. I do this for the combat vets and LEOs. When I'm suited, ready to go, it's either friend or foe. Only Lord knows what my future's in store. I only kill with the hope to see more, so God don't close that door. If I take a life, it's him or me. With the hopes to survive, not bigotry. I go in situations that you cannot imagine, deal with things that you cannot fathom. No, it's buts or rather. I'd rather fight for cause than live for nothing. So when you read my headstone, you know I died for something. You hypersensitive shit complain by justified force. You blame the cops first, that don't work, you blame the courts. But I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do. Only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.